Well, I'm like really into my Catholic faith. It's a huge part of my life, and every day I take that with me. And to hear that a bus from Mercyhurst was actually going to go to this event was just an incredible opportunity, and I knew it as soon as I heard it.
Being Catholic, I look up to him a lot, and being very involved in like social justice work, I also really appreciate everything that he does for social justice. So I think he's an amazing guy as like a role model, not only for Catholics but for others too. So
he's very down to earth. He had been asked to join a dinner with the bishops of the Philadelphia area, I believe, and he turned that down to have a meal with the homeless, which I just think is just incredible.
And it was so cool because he looked over at where we were and waved to us, and I like made eye contact with him, and I'm like, I just made eye contact with the Pope. Like, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and like it was like that was like 100% that surreal moment. And he had the biggest smile I've ever seen on a person before.
When it sunk in for me was in the Mass when Pope Francis held up the Eucharist and said, "Happy are those called to the supper of the Lamb." That was when, for me, it was like, wow, this is actually happening. There's a million people surrounding us, and yes, happy are those called to the supper of the Lamb.
It was just everybody just like in like that one like unified moment, just kind of like all in awe together. And then like after everybody just finished singing, it was like a million people in dead silence, and just that was also pretty surreal. That was really cool.
Our phrase for this trip was "Do it for the Pope." So anything that went wrong, anything that was uncomfortable, we all just kind of looked at each other and said, "Do it for the Pope."